Welcome to Casual Chaos, where myself and various other players will take part in weekly challenges where we spin the rule wheel to decide a set of rules to play by, but then each of these rules has its own wheel that determines what sort of decks we can use. Each one of us will be spinning that wheel individually and building a deck based on the results we get, playing the same format. This is Casual Chaos. Hello there, Yugioh fans. Now, this is a different way to play the game that I've been working on for the last 4 weeks. I've had a fair few games of it, and I have an absolute blast. If you're just unsure what to play when you're playing with friends, this is a really good way to just let the game or let chance decide what you're playing. So, the essential thing with the rule wheels is we have this wheel that gives you rules. So you'll spin it for 2 players, it'll give you a rule. It could be any random rule that's among here. And then each of these rules has their own wheel that you use individually to decide your decks. Each individual rule that you can roll has its own decks, or has its own set of rules. Most of them are pretty straightforward, so pass format. So both players will spin the format wheel, they'll get a random format to play, and they can only use cards that were A, on that ban list, like available because of that ban list, and B, were actually released at the time of that video. And then from there, you're just playing 2 really strong formats against each other, or playing the best deck, or whatever deck you think was really nice for that format. So while you might roll, goat control because you've rolled goat format, you might decide to play something that wasn't goat control but still strong in that format. It's entirely up to you. You can play something very off meta for each format if you wish. You can realistically do whatever you want. Some people might think it's a bit disadvantageous to, one person's playing a 2018 deck, one person's playing a 2005 deck, but what if you get Yada locked? Doesn't matter how fresh your abilities are, if you get Yada locked, you're out. Next we have the sealed 1 set. So it is 1 set, you get a sealed box, you build out of that. Your opponent will get a different set, so you're going to try and build the best thing you can with your set, but they'll have something strong too. There's no ban list for that one. Sealed 3 set is kind of the same thing, but instead of getting a box, you're getting 3 10 booster packs of, you're getting 10 booster packs of 3 different sets. Adds a lot of intricacies and a lot of trying to build across multiple formats. You might have something from 2016 and something from 2012 and then something from 2003, which, congrats, you've got broken cards such as Snatch Steal and Pot of Greed and things like that if you have something like that. So again, it all balances itself out in the way that the old sets had broken cards that are banned now, and the ban list is just off limits at this point. So that's good there. And all the broken cards in the new sets are secrets and ultras, whereas the broken cards in the old sets were often commons. So we do have that little bit of an advantage there. Single full set is essentially you get to spin the set wheel, you get a random set, and you can use whatever cards are in that set, 3 of a kind, whatever you want. 3 different full sets, same thing, but you're getting 3 sets to choose from. Single starter deck. These are all pretty straightforward. You're just working with 1 randomly spun starter deck. Triple starter deck, you get 3. Structure decks are all the same as well. Oh, triple starter deck, you get 3 of the same, and then 3 different starter decks, you get 3 different. Structure decks, it's all the same as well. Character decks, you have to play cards that have been used by that character, so on and so forth. There's a lot of different rules. As time goes and new rules are come up with and suggested, we add new rules to the wheel. We can add new things to the wheel as well. I think the main one that gets added to is the archetypes wheel. This has a ridiculous amount. You can't even read what's on this wheel. You have to wait until the spinning stops, and that will actually conveniently just tell you what you've spun. So what did I get? Crystron. So I'd be playing Crystron. Luckily it does tell you that, because you can't read this, and there are so many archetypes in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I have probably missed a few, and I will be adding them as I find them. Some of them are proper playable archetypes. For this wheel, you actually also get to spin the starter deck wheel. so that you also get to add one random starter deck just to improve your archetype, just to make things a little more balanced. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. I'm doing a weekly series where I play games against random people. It doesn't have to be people I know, it can be random strangers, where we're spinning the wheel and just seeing what we get. So if you do want to check those out, you can. But if you just want to play, come find us on the Discord. The link will be in the description. And I really want to make the series, or this style of play, this casual chaos, take off. It is a lot of fun, and I would love more people to play this with. Downside is just like getting the word out there. And heck, you don't even have to play with me or the people that are already playing this. You can just play it with your mates. It's honestly, I'm happy for people to come in and make suggestions and do whatever they would like.